All right, so with that, the wave tutorial is finished. So thank you, Mike, and thanks to the students, and thanks to you for preparing it. So I'm Raluca Popa. I'm the faculty in security here, and I'm happy to give the closing remarks. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed all the tutorials and you learned a bunch. So let me just close by just zooming out in reverse order from what you've seen. So a few remarks on Wave. So you saw what Wave is about, is a decentralized authorization system that connects people, devices, systems together in a trustworthy way without relying on a central authority. And it is aimed as a backbone for the different rights systems as a way to have authorization from, let's say, one system to another or within a system. All right, but actually, as you know, some of you were already mentioning and alluding to, or Mike, is that there is actually much more going on in Wave than you've seen. So on the one hand, we actually have privacy. So when you think of the public blockchain, you realize that whatever you post on it, it's public. So if you have access to the second floor of Soda, certain room, then that's going to be public. So that leaks about you, about where you work, about where you live, things like this, how your house is structured, and so forth. And we actually have significant effort in Wave for protecting such information, for having it encrypted on the blockchain, which is not as trivial as encrypting, because the question is, how can the right people decrypt? So we have a whole other part of Wave to that if you're interested in, then we're happy to tell you about, and we'll certainly tell you about at the next retreat. Then another part of Wave is the syndication system. So a lot of systems today do syndication, publish and subscribe. Certainly IoT does it, but web systems and other systems as well. The problem with syndication is that you often have one router or one server that gets the published streams and multiplexes them, sends them to the right subscribers. The problem with that is that this router or server gets to see all the data, all the streams, and is able to modify them. So it's a serious central point of attack. And as part of Wave, we're designing a secure syndication system in which you don't trust that party, that server, that router. So you don't have to trust anyone other than the publisher to have basically to send you the correct stream. So only authorized publishers will be able to send data to some subscribers. No one in the middle can modify the data. And also, no one in the middle can see it. So routers will have to route the stream encrypted without seeing what's inside it. And finally, a vision that we're very, very excited about in Wave is that Wave should really be used for the entire connected world, not just for IoT. And I see some people nodding like Rajiv, because while I was running around answering questions, they were telling me, well, can't you use this for more than IoT? And for sure you can. So whenever you think about authorization, you don't really have trusted party, you can use Wave there. So imagine having the connected world where each one of you has a cryptographic identity, and services and systems have cryptographic identities, and delegations are enforced cryptographically. A lot of the attacks would go away in that way. So we're really aiming to push Wave beyond Internet of Things, which was a great application scenario, but we want to push it to in general to the connected world. All right, so this was the picture of the artifacts you've seen at the camp and how they're organized. Again, Ray was a highly scalable execution engine for reinforcement learning and distributed machine learning algorithms with high throughput, low latency, and handling arbitrary task graphs. Then you've seen Clipper, which is a prediction serving system that abstracts away models from different frameworks. And you've seen an exercise, Pong, the Pong game, how you can integrate Clipper with Ray. Then you've seen Pyren, which provides parallel computing for the masses using a Python API and in a serverless architecture. Ground provides a data context service. So for example, you can use it as a central repository for the different learning models that you extract, let's say, from Ray. And it provides APIs to capture the context in which data gets used and produced, and has a set of applications, including continuous integration for AI. And then you've seen Wave, which was the security backbone of the systems that provides decentralized authorization. Okay, so this is basically the picture of how the different systems come together. We hope you enjoyed them and you learned from them. And certainly would like to ask you once again, pretty please to leave us feedback, because we learn a lot from you. And if you're interested in collaborating or in trying out some of these systems, definitely let us know. We're very interested in working with you on that. And before ending, I'd like to give many thanks. Many thanks are due. So Alexei and Jay, thank you for running the camp and for all the technical setup. Thanks to our amazing staff, Kat, Boban, Carlin, Shane, and John. So thank you. I think, are they coming in, Jon, or? Okay, so they're coming in, so. Yeah, so does anyone have some smoke? All right, so maybe, okay, I'll tell you when they come in. Oh, no? So maybe we can. All right, so thank you, Jay. Thank you, Carlin. Thank you, Kat. Boban, thank you. All right, and of course, we want to thank very much our students who worked on these systems, who built this system, the tutorials, actually students who also just went around helping, and including our new students who just joined the lab and they were excited enough to, to be part of the tutorials and help. So thanks to our students. And we can also thank the faculty. So this is the RISE faculty. Actually, many of us are involved in the artifacts that you've seen at this camp, and actually, many of the artifacts involve at least 2 faculty. That's because, as you know, our spirit is very collaborative. So thank you to faculty. And finally, and very, very importantly, thanks to our sponsors who are supporting us in making this happen, who are giving us invaluable feedback, collaboration. So thank you very much. Thanks for attending. Thanks for doing our tutorials.